Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold, who led the National Football League in turnovers during the regular season, just won the Super Bowl. I can never, ever call him Sam Darnold again, even though he was obviously, clearly born with the haywire gene and will quickly unravel if you force him into an early mistake. But he just played all 3 playoff games, including tonight's Super Bowl, without committing a single turnover. And meanwhile, the quarterback I had come to like suddenly, shockingly, turned back into what I called that quarterback before his draft, Drake Maye. Tonight, he was maybe, or all too often, maybe not. What? What just happened? I predicted on Arena Gridiron on Saturday, yesterday's show from San Francisco, that Sam Darnold would complete fewer than 50% of his passes. Well, he was 19 of 38, so he was right at 50%. And I said he would barely throw for more than 200 yards, and he threw for 202, check. But I said that Sam Darnold would throw 2 interceptions and lose 1 fumble and turn back into same Darnold, same old Sam, same darn it. And instead, Drake Maye, who missed being the regular season MVP by 1 vote, cast by 1 voter who voted for Justin Herbert for MVP. If that voter had voted for Drake Maye would have been the MVP over Matthew Stafford. And tonight, he was the least valuable player on the football field and obliterated any chance that New England had of pulling off the upset. Yeah, I picked the upset because I believe in Mike Vrabel, the coach of the year. I believe in Josh McDaniels. I think I do. I thought I did. He was the assistant coach of the year. And yet, tonight, even though Drake Maye actually wound up with much better stats than Sam Darnold, 27 of 43, 295, he was the one who threw 2 interceptions and lost a fumble. From the start, Drake Maye looked like the one who was seeing ghosts. Drake Maye had a look on his face before the game started that was tight, overwhelmed, stage was way too big for Drake Maye from the start. And I throw this out. I know he had what looked like a pretty serious shoulder injury to his right throwing shoulder in that snow game at Denver on the play of the game, his 28-yard escape and run. Hufanga got him good because he wasn't going to give himself up quickly in a slide, because that was it. That set up the winning field goal. And yet he took a shot on the shoulder. He had 2 weeks. I assume they shot it up. He kept saying it was much better after the plane ride to San Francisco, the cross country last Monday. Said it really opened up on the plane ride. I'm fine. I started to wonder late in the game, is his shoulder bothering him? He missed so many throws, yet his velocity on all his mid-range seemed just fine. It seemed high. He was throwing some mid-range rockets, a couple of times too fast, too hard, uncatchable rockets to shorter pass receivers. But on anything over 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards, it kept looking like the ball had slipped out of his hands, because anything over the top with any upward velocity seemed to sting him. I don't know. Everything was like a punt. Everything just floated forever on any downfield throw. The one downfield interception was just like mystery ball. I have no idea where it was supposed to go. Intended receiver was 10 yards away. Easiest interception you'll ever see. He just looked brain-locked in the pocket. He looked cross-eyed in the pocket for much of the first half and the third quarter. He just looked lost. He just went blind. He looked and he held the ball and he got sacked 6 times. And for the first 3 quarters, all they had was him occasionally escaping, and he ran 5 times for 37 yards. That's 7.4 per carry. Not bad. But I thought Stephon Diggs against the zone would eat him up. I think he lights up on a stage like the Super Bowl stage. I thought he'd score the first touchdown. He caught 3 balls for 37 yards, and if I know Stephon right now, he's saying, I was open. He couldn't find me. He couldn't hit me. I don't know what happened. It was hard to watch. Drake Maye missed so many throws. There was one to Austin Hooper when they were backed up to their goal line. And by the way, speaking of being backed up, Michael Dixon, the Seattle punter, was the unsung MVP. He was sensational, averaged 48 yards a punt. Just kept nailing them deep and deeper in their own territory. Just made it so hard on a first full-year starter, second-year quarterback, 23-year-old Drake Maye. Just came apart. He started to click a little bit early in the fourth quarter, and then there were a lot of garbage yards in the fourth quarter, and that's how he got to 295. But think about this. What if I told you before the game that same Darnold would throw for 202 and complete 50%, and that Seattle would go 4 of 16 on third down and go 1 of 4 in the red zone, and that JSN, the best receiver in football this year, would be held to 4 catches for 27 yards. That's 6.8 yards a catch. It's under 7 yards a catch. What if I told you all those things before the game? You would have said New England wins, right? Wrong. I was wrong. I can never call him Sam Darnold again after this video. He did not do anything wrong. He did not win the game, obviously, by those stats, but he did not lose it. He did not lose it. Seattle did nothing to lose it. Seattle had no turnovers, no fumbles, no muffed punts. The refs gave them 3 or 4 breaks, I thought, on penalties, but they only had 2 for the night called. And Jason Myers was deadly. Made all 5 of his field goals, no missed field goals, no lost momentum. Seattle played a flawless football game. That's how Seattle won, in spite of a below-average performance at quarterback, except for no turnovers. Sam threw 1 nice touchdown pass to Barner. Then all of a sudden, Drake Maye heated up, and it looked like, well, maybe they're going to make a run, and then he threw the pick. He was mostly a deer in headlights disaster tonight, and I did not see that coming. Drake, maybe. I didn't see it. He played so well all season long. He didn't have a 2-interception game all season long. Seattle's playing zone. I don't know how I could be so confused, so brain-locked, so lost. I don't get it. The more I look at these numbers, I don't get them. If you told me before the game that Drake Maye would go 27 of 43 for 295, I'd say, like it. No. Not if you tell me 2 interceptions and 1 lost fumble. L. I somehow turned Sam Darnold into a national sympathetic figure going into this game. I made Sam Darnold the rooting interest in this game. And thanks to my relentless criticism of Sam Darnold, I now have to wear a Sam Darnold Seattle Seahawks jersey tomorrow on Arena Gridiron. I have to wear it. At the start of the show and for the whole show, I have to wear it. I have to eat it. I have to live with Sam Darnold, Seattle. The defense was spectacular. I give you that. But I just watched 2 weeks ago an NFC Championship game in which the Los Angeles Rams, featuring the MVP, Matt Stafford, featuring Sean McVay, calling the plays. I watched them go up and down the field on the quote-unquote all-time great Seattle defense. Every time the Rams snapped the ball in the NFC Championship game, they gained 8.3 yards per play. Think about that. 8.3 per play. All-time great? I don't see it. And once Josh McDaniels sort of took the training wheels off in the fourth quarter, obviously their game plan was just keep it close, don't do anything stupid, let's just run it and punt it and run it and punt it. And I don't get it. Because once he took the training wheels off, Drake Maye started to open up and make some throws, I know it was garbage time and they're playing prevent type defense, but that should have been their goal from the start. Just let it fly. Do something. Run a fake punt, an onside kick. Do something to shake it up. New England played arch conservatively, and it felt like the final score of 29-13 felt like it was 49-13. Once it got to 12-0 on the first 4 field goals, it just felt over. 19-0 was like a rout, a wipeout, an obliteration. I'm dreading Arena Gridiron. If you haven't checked it out, it's the best show on TV, internet, whatever you want to call it. We will go live right at 2:30 Eastern Time and go until 4:30 Eastern Time with me wearing the Sam Darnold jersey. You can find us on the Arena YouTube channel. If you haven't checked us out, you should check out tomorrow. I will take lots of ridicule. I will fight back. I will use these pedestrian numbers by Sam Darnold against him. But the number of his life, he should change. He should ask DeMarcus Lawrence if he could change next year to wear 0 turnovers. 0 turnovers. That's the story of the postseason, was Sam Darnold turned back into Sam Darnold and had 0 postseason turnovers after leading the league in regular season turnovers. Congratulations, Sam Darnold. I can never, ever call you same. And you, Drake, it got so bad tonight that I actually tweeted Josh Dobbs, ? As in put in the backup. Now I have some questions about Drake Maye going forward. I'm reviving his nickname of Drake Maybe because tonight was one big maybe.